Stress is something that most people deal with on a daily basis. It is the root cause of most diseases over a prolonged time frame by comprising the immune system. Everyone adapts to stress differently and has different coping skills. This is why no two people react exactly the same way to any given situation. The key to coping with stress is a balanced diet, regular exercise, and yoga. Relaxation is important. Calming the nervous system is essential for the repair and healing of the psychological effects of stress. Today I'm going to show you 10 yoga postures to help reduce stress. Enjoy the video. You will need a yoga mat, a block, a strap or elastic exercise band, and a blanket. These props will help support some of the poses in the video. Mountain pose establishes stability with mobility, aligns natural spinal curves, and supports deep breathing and improves balance. Mountain pose is the foundation for all other yoga postures, especially the standing poses. When we align our structure in integrity, we become like a mountain, stable and solid, yet mobile and malleable. When we stand in mountain pose, as in sitting meditation, our spine rests in its natural curves and is able to move force easily, giving the posture both grounding and lightness. Closing your eyes in mountain pose can help you understand and improve balance. Rest your attention on your feet and feel what is happening in your feet as you stand, noticing all the little shifts taking place. Standing side bend relieves bodily tension. It is not a traditional yoga pose, but it ought to be. Many of us do this movement intuitively when we want to unwind tension. It's a helpful pose to do before and after sitting meditation or any time during the day, first thing in the morning or on breaks from your computer desk. Stand on your mat in mountain pose. Hold a strap with both hands, shoulder width apart or wider. Adjust the distance between your hands to see what feels best for you on a given day. Raise your arms above your head. Ground your right foot by extending the leg downward. Exhale, bending the body over to the left, taking care not to hunch your right shoulder up towards your right ear. Breathe deeply into the right side of the body, especially the waist and rib cage. After 5 to 10 breaths, come back to mountain pose, then repeat on the other side. Wall dog pose revitalizes tired arms, relieves sore shoulders, stretches hamstrings, lengthens torso, and encourages deep breathing. Like standing side bend, this is a perfect 1-minute stretch break at work, in addition to providing an excellent sitting practice. Wall dog pose is a variation of downward dog. Stand in mountain pose a few feet from the wall. On an exhalation, bend forward and place your palms flat against the wall. Walk your feet forward or back so your legs become vertical. Reach one hand back and place your fingers on your lumbar spine. Continue walking your hands up the wall until you feel an indentation. Press your hands into the wall and ground your feet on the mat. Take 50 to 10 breaths as you actively yield through the hands and feet. To come out of wall dog pose, bend your elbows and walk your feet toward to lift up to mountain pose. If you don't have a free wall available, you can do this with your palms flat on a horizontal surface, such as a desk, the back of a chair, or on a countertop. In this position, you don't have the benefit of pushing into the wall, but you can root your feet and extend your hips back for a lovely shoulder release. One leg king pigeon pose stretches the abductors and stretches the hip rotators. Pigeon pose is especially helpful in stretching the muscles that need to elongate in order for you to sit comfortable in a cross-legged position. Begin on your hands and knees on your mat. You can spread a blanket over your mat for extra cushioning. Slide your left knee forward so it is next to your left thumb and then rotate the leg slightly so the left foot is under your right thigh or hip. Slide your right leg back so it is almost straight. Lower your hips to wherever they are willing. The hips will likely be anywhere from 1 inch to 5 or 6 inches from the floor, so your pelvic bones stay parallel to the floor. With your arms straight, press your hands into the floor and take 5 or more breaths, then repeat on the other side. Cross-leg revolved pose rotates the spine, expands the chest, and relieves general back discomfort. Sit cross-legged on your mat. Place your right hand on the outside of the left knee. At the same time, extend the right knee out to the right. Make sure you're able to breathe easily here. Take 5 or more deep breaths in the twist. Turn back to the center and take a few breaths in a neutral position before repeating the pose on the other side. Then come back to the center, cross your legs the opposite way, and repeat the twist on the other side. Supported bridge pose alleviates neck and shoulder pain and eases headaches and nervous stress. This pose purifies the body as it calms the mind. Physically, the head down position combined with neck flexion soaks the lymph glands in the neck and throat with blood. It also suppresses the fight or flight sympathetic side of the autonomic nervous system, restoring energy and supporting healing. Begin by lying on your mat with your knees bent and the soles of your feet on the floor directly under your knees. Your feet should be hip-width apart. Press your feet into the floor to lift the hips up off the floor. Pick up a block and place it under your pelvis widthwise so the entire sacroiliac joint is supported. Let your pelvis settle onto the block. If the block feels harsh under your pelvis, you can place a small folded hand towel on top to soften it. Roll your shoulders under you so your chest is expanding toward your chin. You can clasp your hands if they are able to reach each other. If you're unable to straighten your arms when your arms are clasped, use a second strap or belt to connect them shoulder width apart. Now close your eyes, relax, and breathe slowly and deeply. You can stay in this pose for several minutes. Eagle Arms pose stretches your shoulder muscles and opens the upper back. Cross the right upper arm over the left and place the fingers of your left hand into the palm of the right hand. If your fingers don't reach the right palm, use a strap to connect your hands. Direct your breath into the area between your shoulder blades. Take 5 to 10 breaths, then repeat on the other side. Revolved belly pose eases back tension and calms the nervous system. There's nothing like a gentle spinal twist to unravel tension in your back. This pose helps to soothe complaining back muscles. It also massages your internal organs. Lie on your back on your mat with your knees bent and the soles of your feet on the floor. Extend your arms out to 90 degrees at shoulder level and turn your palms upward. Draw both knees in toward your torso so your thigh bones are vertical. Release your knees over to the right side, resting them on the floor. Move slowly, then repeat on the other side. Reclined leg stretch is an excellent pose for stretching your hips, groin, hamstrings, calves, and ankles. This pose can also strengthen your legs, relieve tension in your lower back, and improve the circulation in your legs. You may find this pose useful to warm up your hamstrings before performing forward bends. If you are a beginner, you can loop a yoga strap around your foot to perform reclined leg stretch. If you do not have a yoga strap, you can use any cloth strap, such as a bathrobe belt. Make sure you do not hold the strap too tightly. You should only use the strap to support your raised leg. While performing this pose, focus on pressing the hip of your raised leg into the floor and lifting your raised heel up toward the ceiling as you visualize your raised leg lengthening. Supported bound angle pose calms the nervous system, soothes the digestive system, relieves menstrual cramps, opens the inner thighs, and eases mental agitation. This pose grounds monkey mind energy as it restores vitality. Its abdominal opening quality focuses energy into the lower body, which opens the inner thighs. Sitting on your mat, bend your knees, place the soles of your feet together, and then draw the feet in close to your pubic bone. Place the center of your snake over both feet and draw the ends underneath your shins and thighs so your feet remain on the floor but your knees are lifted. Lean back on your hands, lift your hips slightly off the floor, extend your tailbone down toward your heels, and then set your hips back down on the floor. Lie back and relax your arms onto the floor at about a 45-degree angle to your torso. Relax and breathe naturally into your abdomen. On your exhalations, let your body relax down into the floor as if you're gradually, with every breath, letting go of resistance to gravity. Stay in this pose for as long as you like, up to 20 minutes if you are comfortable.